Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be explaining which is the better weapon to use, the axe or the sword. Axe versus sword. Alright, so first let's talk about the damage. Overall the axe does better damage to animals than the sword. So let's look at numbers. So a sword, a wooden and a gold sword, both of them do 2 hearts of damage. So you see right here, 2 hearts of damage. The stone sword does 2.5, so 2.5 hearts of damage. The iron sword does 3 hearts of damage. And then the diamond sword is a 7 attack damage, which is basically simplified to 3.5 hearts of damage. 3.5 hearts of damage for the diamond sword, and then the newly added netherite sword does 4 hearts of damage. So that's the damage for both of these. Now let's talk about the axe. The axe, on the other hand, is much higher. There's the wooden axe does 3.5 hearts of damage, the exact same amount as the diamond sword, and so does the gold axe, 3.5 hearts of damage. But the stone axe does 4.5 hearts of damage. So you see this stone axe right here, right there, is much better than this stone sword. Stone axe does 4.5 hearts of damage, and the stone sword does 2.5. So 2 more hearts of damage. And then the iron axe, the diamond axe, and the iron axe and the diamond axe both do 4.5 hearts as well as the stone axe. And then the newly added netherite axe does 5 hearts of damage, which is just insane. 2 hits from the netherite axe, and you'd be dead. So, yeah, that's interesting. And then next we need to talk about the attack speed. So the one reason why you want to pick swords is that because they are much faster than the axes. So you see, as you hit an object, you see this bar, that bar over there. When you hit an object, that's what's basically happening. Yeah, so that's the attack speed. Now, axe hit slower, while the swords hit faster. Each sword takes approximately 0.625 seconds for it to be able to hit again. So you can't just keep spamming the button and it automatically just keeps hitting. You have to wait that much time in order for the sword to reload. But the axe, on the other hand, it's much more. The wooden axe and the stone axe do 1.25 seconds. They take 1.25. So that's 1.25. That's about 2 times slower than the sword. And the gold axe, the iron axe, the diamond axe, and the netherite axe all do 1 second. They all take 1 second. So yes. So the axes are slower. So that's one reason why you'd want to pick the sword, because it's faster. And you'd also want to pick the axe because it has more damage. And I'll show you a graph of this. Okay, so now let's move on to durability. Alright, so a sword, when it hits an animal, it takes away 1 durability. But when an axe hits an animal, when you hit it with an axe, it does 2 points of durability. So even though the sword and the axe have the same durability, stone sword, stone axe, same durability, the axe will, it'll get rid of it soon. And look, my axe just despawned. But my sword doesn't. But anyway, Oh, there it goes. All right. Well, yeah, there goes the stone and the axe. But anyway, now let's move on to uses. The sword is meant for only hitting and killing, but the axe has two uses. It's used for hitting and killing, but it's also meant for chopping wood. So the axe is useful for more than one thing. It's used for hitting and chopping wood. So you have like a two-in-one tool, which is actually pretty useful. So another point for so far the swords has like 3 points. It's better in attack speed, durability, but the axe is better in damage and uses. The last point is enchantments. Now, the sword has crazy enchantments like sharpness and fire aspect, which are very useful, and also has knockback and looting, which is also a few things that which are very nice. But on the hand of the axe, the only combat enchantment it has is sharpness or Bane of Arthropods or Smite. So in this case for combat, the sword has more enchantments. And I forgot to mention on Java there's Sweeping Edge. But anyway, that's why overall the both of them is better. Depends on what you're using for. The two-in-one feature on the axe is good in my opinion. And I mean, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then subscribe and I will see you later.